Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. You found me at Mandy Meets Stitches. This is my YouTube channel about cross stitch, and welcome. I am glad that you're here to join me this evening. It is Saturday, July 31st. And so yeah, what did I say? This is a channel about cross stitch. This is Flosstube 40, I think. And I wanted to hop on here quickly just because I had a couple big finishes this last week that I wanted to share, and I have a lot of haul that I want to put away. And so I don't know, I figured I'd film a video tonight. The baby's sleeping, the older kiddo is playing video games, don't judge me, and my husband's out hunting. It's about 7 o'clock at night here in Georgia. It is storming, so sorry if you hear thunder. The big storm passed, so it should just be kind of rumbles, but yeah, let's get started. There's not been a whole lot of life update. I had to miss 2 days of work last week because my babysitter had a death in the family, so she had to take 2 days off, and I don't have a backup babysitter, so I got an extra 2 days off of work that I wasn't expecting, so that's part of the reason there's a good bit of finishes to show you. I don't have any, I'm talking a mile a minute. I don't have any FFOs, but I do have 4 finishes, 1 whip, and like I said, a lot of haul. I didn't warn my son that I was filming a video, so you're probably going to hear an interruption. I hear him coming. Okay, back. What was I saying? I had a couple days off work. That's where I was, I think. So yeah, let's just get into the finishes. And they're not really in order. I don't remember when I finished them, but anyway, this is the first one, Country Cottage Stitches, November Cottage. This is a monthly series that I was doing with Happy Little Stitch Shop. I got a little bit behind, and so now I just have December and January to finish. All the others are done. Yay! So yeah, this is what I've been working on. So here's the finish. I stitched it with the called for DMC on 32 count white chocolate Lichell linen. So there's that. Buddy. Okay. Pink. Yes. Can you close the door, please? Yeah. Lexi. Lexi. 1 moment. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. I forgot where I was. The next finish, I think, was this. This is my oldest whip, Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. I started this, it was like a dark 13 start in 2020, March, I think. So yeah, it's stitched on 14 count parchment by Fabric Flare. I used the called for, I think I talked about this in my last video. I used the called for fancy floss, but I ended up changing some of them because like the yellow that was called for wasn't yellow, it was orange, so I changed that, but I think everything else was the called for maybe. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that this is done. I guess now that just means I have another oldest whip. So I don't know. I've really been trying to knock some of the whips off my list here lately. So that's why you'll see all these finishes. Well, there's only 2 more, but and that being said, I plan to start like 5 new things tomorrow because it's August, and I don't know, I'll get to that in plans. Anyways, yeah, oldest whip, I'm excited. I want to frame this. I'll probably have to order a custom frame, but I'll still like pin it myself Yeah, I just have to decide how much I want to spend on a frame, basically. So yeah, that's that. I'm pretty excited. This felt like a really big finish. So yeah, there's that. And then I pulled out, and I showed this last week as well as something I think I wanted to work on, but I got it done. This is Waxing Moon Design Autumn Blessing. This was a Mania start last year, and I stitched it with a called 4 weeks dye works. Oh, this looks so good. Sorry not to do my own horn, but my lighting's not great, so I don't think the colors are perfect on camera, but I actually really liked the week's dye works, just the colors looked so good. Yeah, it's stitched on 16 count ivory Ada. And I found this frame today at Hobby Lobby that I might try to finish it in. I didn't measure out the size. I just went to Hobby Lobby and kind of wandered around. But yeah, it would actually fit. I'd have to kind of like the mat, but I'd have to put it on top of the mat and probably take out the. So yeah, I might try to finish that tonight. FFO, fully finish. And then my last finish, I started this. I was trying to remember when I started it. I didn't mark it down, but I think I started it with Fat Quarter Shop for like Stitchtober last year. I think that's what Kimberly Jolly did, but I don't have the cover photo, but it's finished anyways. This is Pine Mountain Designs Autumn Typography. Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop did a color conversion, and so I bought the DMC for that. And yeah, I finished it up yesterday. It's stitched on 28 count. It's a greenish Witchelt linen. I want to say it's China something, but I feel like that's not right. It'll come to me after I'm done. So yeah, that's all my finishes. I'm pretty excited about that. So that was knocked 4 off my, well, 3, because I'm kind of not counting the cottages of the month because technically the series isn't done yet. And I started December, but I left that in the car because that's the one I work on at work. Okay, I forgot to talk about the quilt behind me. This is one I've shown before, but the pattern is called it's by Thimble Blossoms. I think it's called Colorway, pretty sure. The fabric is Kate Spain. Is that right? It's somebody, she does batiks usually, and this was, I don't remember the name of the release or whatever, but that's what this, it was a couple years ago that I stitched it and finished it, or quilted it, whatever. That's the back. Excuse me. This quilt was pretty easy to put together because it just calls for a jelly roll, and I think these are layer cake. I don't remember. I can't remember how it was pieced, but yeah, I'm pretty sure these were like squares that we cut in half, and yeah. So it was fun. It's one of my favorite quilts, I think, that I finished here lately. So that's it for, oh no, I have one stitching whip, and then I thought I'd show you a quilting whip that I started cutting. Well, that I finished the cutting yesterday, but I started piecing it today. So this is my one whip that I started working on today, Patchwork Pro. This is kind of in the mood of getting things knocked off my whip list, but I'm not going to finish it before I start all the things. So I didn't convert the colors per se, but I just pulled similar colors from Stash, and it's a few less than what's actually used in the pattern, but this is my color choices. I can't remember the name of the linen. It's a Lugana. I'm pretty sure it's a Bestitch Me Lugana. I have it written down, but I forgot. to look it up. And that's my progress so far. So since I showed it last time, I basically started this. I finished the vine up to here, and I started filling in this pumpkin, or I finished this pumpkin. So this probably tonight when I pull it out, finish this. I'd like to get the words in. It really doesn't, I mean, this crow is going to take forever and a day to fill in, but it's not going to take that many more nights of stitching. So, but like I said, I have all the plans to start things, and then I'm doing Uno in semi-sand stitchers, which basically you pick just 4 whips, and you have to put, they spin a wheel, and the numbers 1 through 4 are called, and then there's like skip and draw 2 and Uno, so things like that. And so you have to, it just predicts what you're going to work on out of those 4 whips every day. Every day something different. So that's kind of why I like it, and it's not overwhelming. And then I thought I'd show you a quilting whip. It's not really much to show, but this is the quilt that I'm going to do. I got everything cut out over the last 2 days, and then I started piecing it. I just started with the little center. I got all the center stars, the very center, like square points put together, and then I just started with a few of this is just 2 of the quilts. But this is, I mean, this is a lot. It's going to be a lot of piecing, because basically it's all done with like, okay, so this was a square, and then I put a square, what is it called? Easy corner triangle. I can't remember what Lori Holt calls them. Easy corner triangles or something like that. Easy square or something. It's just a lot of piecing, because everything is like a 2-inch square. All of these were 2-inch squares. This is a flying geese, but anyway. So yeah, I'm excited to. It's a lot of piecing, but it's like really easy piecing. It's just a lot of it. So it'll be a good thing to, like, if I feel like sewing, I can sit down and have something out to sew for an hour, or however much time I have that day. Okay, so before, I thought I'd show you plans and then I'd do haul, just because I said I was going to start 5 things. So the first one I plan to start, I don't know if I'll start all these tomorrow. That's kind of my goal, is because I find that if I don't start things like on the day that a stitch along is supposed to start, I totally lose motivation to start it later. So, but I thought I would pull up, this first one is part of a stitch along on Instagram with, I think her name is Sew Me Sarah. I heard about it from Stitching by the Shore. She had mentioned it was going to be a stitch along, and so I thought, hey, I could do that. I mean, these are real little. It's called La Finestra del Tempo. It's a God, you can't see that at all. It's the Crochet to Go-Go seller. So I'm just going to start with January, which you can't really see. Oh, there you go. And I have a window similar to this that I bought for that purpose. So I thought I just might as well start that, sew along with people. For Cross Stitch Camp, this is my project, because I'm stitching with new to me floss. I'm stitching it with the needle points, which I haven't used needle point ink, needle point silks before. It's also, I guess, technically a new to me linen, because I don't think I've stitched on Lakeside before. But yeah, so that's ready to go for a start tomorrow. You saw these last week, probably, I believe. Plan to start the September calendar crates. It's all kitted up and ready to go. And then I'm also want to start this pumpkin picking day. And I figure once they're started, it's a little bit less intimidating to just pull it out and work on it. And then Fat Quarter Shop's stitch along starts for this Kaleidoscope by Lori Holt. This is the finished piece. I am branching out a little bit and doing it on a blue with yellow outer side and then 2 different browns for the inside so that it can look like a sunflower, I hope. I hope I don't hate it. Because that's pretty out of my comfort zone to really go like that. But I saw in the book she has these different colorways, and I liked this one. I also really like this cranberry one, but I feel like the DMC colors that I pulled don't look like the picture, and that's what I like. So maybe I just needed to darken it up a little bit, but anyways, we're gonna see. I guess the other option I could do is make this green. So yeah, that's my plan. That fabric is 32 count cobalt by Fiber on a Whim. So we'll see when I film next if I actually started all those things. Okay. What's next? Haul. Like I said, there's a lot of haul. And I'll start with the quilting haul first because it's quicker. But there was a flash sale on Fat Quarter Shop for this Fat Quarter bundle, which made it like 40 bucks, which is a really good deal for Fat Quarter bundles. So yeah, this is Gingham Gardens by My Mind's Eye. I don't have a plan for it, but I liked it. And then this is a new release by Basic Gray, which I'm a big fan of theirs. You can't, the color lighting is terrible, but it's called Boudoir. But it's basically like, it's grays, it's some blacks, some lighter, dark gray, light gray, and then like a mauve-y kind of pink. It's gorgeous, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm really excited to use it. I don't know if I'll make like project bags with it or what, or quilt, or yeah, what I'll make. Okay, and then along with that order from Fat Quarter Shop, I got this quilt pattern. It's by Fig Tree, called Midsummer Stars. I really like Fig Tree's patterns. That's what that other one I showed you is by. And then because I was enabled by the Academic Stitcher, she is on Flosstube and Instagram, and she recently put out a video. She showed this as a whip, and I just liked it. And with the whole Fat Quarter Shop Sunflower September, I thought I might do it. And then they released this Granita, which is really pretty. I got the MPIs, and this will be a stitch along in September, I think. And then also because I was enabled by Academic Stitcher, I went and got Lori Holt's, what's that called? Pumpkins for Sale. I have the PDF chart, but I got the Weeks Dye Works floss. It was packaged much nicer than this, but I had to do a floss toss. So the Academic Stitcher showed it on a darker fabric, and that made me really kind of fall in love with the pattern. I didn't really like it on the lighter fabric, actually. There was something about it I didn't like, and I didn't know that it was that until I saw the Academic Stitcher's version. So here we are. This is 28 count Cassia Espresso by Fiber on a Whim. 28 count Cassia Espresso. So I had to do the floss toss because there's a couple browns in there, but I think they'll show up okay. So I should plan to start that too, but that would be a lot of starts for one day. And then I joined Fine Floss Club because I have no self-control. Yeah. Okay, and then Crazy Annie's. So I'm in two different clubs from them. Well, I signed up for this one. This is the new release from Kathy Haberman, or Hands On Design. What's it called? Signs of the Season, Right This Way. So I signed up for the floss. I got the buttons. I got the fabric. Gonna stitch that. And then the newest release from Ink Circles for this Rabbit Rabbit series. We got July, August, and September. Ooh, can you hear that rain? Just started pouring. My husband's out there hunting. Oh, poor buddy. So yeah, those were from Crazy Annie Stitchin', which I feel like she gets kind of a bad rap because their shipping takes a while, but it eventually comes, and it's not like I don't have other stuff to work on, so I don't mind it. I like it for like the clubs kind of thing. Yeah, it is what it is. They were a little bit behind earlier in the year, and so I guess they, whatever. You should, if you have taken people's money and you have the product, you should ship it out when it comes in. Color and Cotton is next. I just placed an order for some floss because they showed that they had a couple. What did they do? They advertised on Instagram that they had a few like limited edition colors, and so I ordered 2 of those plus some. But I just thought they packaged these so pretty. So these are like the neutrals that I got, and these were the glare. Let me take it out. I left them in there because I wanted to show you how pretty they package them. But these are the colors. So purple parrot, dried lavender, autumn foliage, glazed carrots, red fox, carmine, cherry fizz, and then this was the one I ordered for, and I thought it was called Pink Peony or something, but all it says is limited edition on it. And then these are the neutral ones. And Color and Cotton is like probably some of my favorite, probably is my favorite overdyed floss. Well, Belle Soie is my favorite silk, favorite overdyed floss, but that's silk and it's pricey. So Color and Cotton was definitely next. Tusk, and I kind of just got these because I wanted some more like white. These are the same. Old Lace is a really good, kind of like 3865, kind of a little bit off white-ish. Khaki, barley, Saguro, and this was the other limited edition, which I thought was something to do with a brown bear. It's kind of brownish, but I don't remember the name of it now. So that's that floss. I'm trying to not make a huge mess. Okay, and then they listed grab bags. And I lost my mind because I ordered 4 Color and Cotton listed grab bags. And I signed up for like the email notifying me when these are available. Because everybody talks about how great they are. And I've never gotten one. And I'm in that Crazy Annie Stitchin' Color and Cotton club, but I haven't gotten a whole lot of Color and Cotton. So I got 2 linen grab bags, and they don't tell you what the count is. So I don't know that, but you get 3 8x12 pieces. So I got 2 linen, 1 opal even weave, and 1 just regular even weave. Okay, so these are unnamed. I don't know if they're like one-offs or what they are, but 8x12 cut. This is an even weave. It's a pretty pink. This is like a really gorgeous green. And this is a good Sorry, I don't want to, try not to make a mess. Oh, it's a mess, but I'm trying not to make any bigger of a mess. And then this is like a really pretty, like, sky, robin's egg blue. That's a robin's egg blue for sure. And then these are the opal even weaves. This is just a really pretty white. You can see the opal okay. It shows up pretty good in person. This is a really pretty purple. I kind of wish I knew the names, but and then this is a pretty blue. And then these are the two linens. Or the the two linen packs. This looks like it's probably a 28 count, like brownish purple. This is like just a gray, probably 28, 32 count maybe. This looks like a tighter count, 36 probably, the purple. And then the last one, and they did a good job about not like duplicating colors. This is another probably 28 count brown. This is a pretty, really bright yellow, good for like a spring stitch. It's really bright. And then this is like a neutral. That looks like a 40. That is tiny. It's probably definitely a 40. Okay, so there's some of it. We're almost done. Okay, I placed 2 orders with Etsy sellers that are overseas. One is called Number 12 Stitch Co. because I've been seeing her advertise stuff on Instagram that I really like. She does like project bags, she does floss keeps, and she does some linens. And so what lost me, or what I finally had to buy, were these floss keeps. Particularly these two. This little witch's hat, and then this little snowman. She like showed pictures on Etsy, and she showed pictures on Floss on Instagram. I went immediately to her Etsy and placed an order, and because it was coming from Australia, I was like, well, better make it worth the shipping. So I also got these 2 floss keeps, and each one comes with tags, which I'm not picky in that I will only use a certain kind, but I like these to be a certain thickness. Some of them just don't cut it, but those seem to be pretty good. And then she does some fabric. So I got a 40 count rain cloud. This looks like a fat 8, 13 by 17 piece. I'm sure you're saying like, why do you need more fabric? You just got all that fabric. I really don't need more fabric, but I have no self-control. This is 40 count silvery moon. This is also a fat 8. But at least I have some. They're not all fat quarters. And then this is a fat quarter, salted caramel 32 count. They're really pretty. It looks like a Zweigart base with the orange, but yeah, they're really nice. I obviously haven't stitched on them yet, new to me person, but and then Extra Designs. Somebody mentioned a fabric of the month from her. Excuse me. It was made by Michelle McGraw. She mentioned a fabric of the month from her, and that she was in it. And so I emailed her on Etsy and asked about joining it, and she said it's closed, but she'll email me when it's open. So, blah blah. But I decided to just place an Etsy order because I've never used her linen and everybody raves about it. And then I wanted to try some of her floss too. So, and she ships from Hungary, so this took a while. So first the floss. These, obviously I can't vouch for them. I've never used them. They're all hand dyed cottons, 8 yards. One of them I think was called a hand painted. Yeah, hand painted. I don't know the difference, but that's these. This is the hand painted one, which maybe just has more variegation. And then this reminds me of black coffee. mother bear. Maybe it's a little browner, but yeah, I'll try those and report back one day. And then I got, of course, some fabric from her. This is called Old Linen. This is a 13 or 36 count old linen, 13 by 17, 13 by 18 by 13. I can't read the number. What would an 18 by 13 cut be? Maybe that's centimeters. That's inches. Maybe that's a fat eighth. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. 36 count rustic driftwood. This is a fat quarter. It's a good neutral. 32 count Drapple brown. They're pretty. They're all pretty. 28 count Rocky Mountain. Like a gray. 40 count dirty brown. And then 32 count avocado. And then one more that I've kitted up with another project. Actually, yeah, I think this. Does this come from her? I don't know, actually. Sorry, tangent. That was probably all from Extra Designs, but I have been wanting this pattern for a really long time, so I placed an order with Garon Stitchery for it. I got the, I think it's most of the called for fancy floss, and I'm going to stitch it on this piece of fabric that I don't know. It's not labeled, which is a bummer, because now I got to count it. But yeah, so that's a project that I'll start soon. I've been wanting that Indigo Lane pattern for a long time, by With by Needle and Thread, and it for some reason was kind of hard to find. I don't know if she just reprinted it or it's from 2018, so it shouldn't be that hard to find, but Garon Stitchery had it, so I ordered it. And their shipping is like incredibly fast. Like I placed that order in the morning, on like Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it was Monday at like, let's say 8:30. It shipped out by like 9:15. I think I had the shipping notice or the tracking number. And I mean, they're in Fort Lauderdale, or they're in somewhere in Florida, which I'm in Georgia, so it's not that far away, but it got to me by like Thursday. I was just impressed at how quickly he processed the order. I guess they're just sitting there waiting for orders to come in. I don't know, but I will definitely order from them again because, wow. All right, so that was like a lot of haul. Some of it was stuff I ordered a few weeks ago, so yes, it came from far away, but it was still a lot of haul. And I have all the plans, and now I'm gonna just do some sewing, do some quilting, and hopefully not get too tired of piecing that all those 2-inch squares. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked what you saw. And this is where it gets awkward. I don't really know what else to say. I work next weekend, so I don't know if I'll be back. I probably won't be until maybe 2 weeks. Maybe I'll have a finished quilt top to show you. Probably not. I don't know. I do have 2 days off in the week this week, so maybe. If you liked what you saw, I would love it if you subscribed. I would love it if you told other people about me that wanted, to come watch my videos. I've made quite a few project bags that I want to sell, but I can't. I like sewing them together. I don't like the business side of it. I don't like taking the pictures and posting them on Etsy or posting them on Instagram or the advertising piece. I know I could probably, photo them and list them in like a D-stash group on Facebook. I don't know. I mean, I bought more fabric today to make more project bags, but I have a pile of like, hold please, I'll show you. I have a pile, I don't even know how many, probably 20 some project bags. Some I've shown before. I did post some on Instagram, and I think I sold like 3 out of 14 maybe, but it's ridiculous. Like that's a lot of project bags, and I could sell for, even if I sold them for 20 bucks a pop. That's, I don't know. I like making them. That's the part I like. So if you have any advice about, you know, how to motivate yourself to just buckle down, buckle up, and buckle down. I thought about recruiting my husband to do the business part of it because he always says like, why don't you do something useful with your hobby? But you know, here we are. We've been married for 6 years. Oh, we had our anniversary lately. I don't know if I ever said that. But yeah, we had our 6-year wedding anniversary, 25th of July. So happy anniversary. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I would love it if you commented and, you know, gave me some advice for how to sell project bags. And yeah, tell me, you know, if you liked the haul, if you liked the projects, if you think I'm crazy for having 5 new starts in one day. I think I'm crazy. Probably not gonna happen, but you know, dream big. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.